Man, what's up? I'm here today to talk about why I didn't put RIP on the streaming services. So let's just get straight into it. The first reason I didn't put RIP on the streaming services was because I had 7 people working on this project, and when I started doing the math wasn't mathing. So that was a big reason for why I decided to not put it on Spotify, Apple Music, and all the other various streaming services. These people gave me their time, their energy, and didn't charge me a thing. I had my homie HP to, open his house up to all the guests who were featured on this project. So it was a lot that went into it, and for us to be trying to split 0.003 cent or split 0.1 cent or whatever they pay out, it just didn't make sense because I wanted to pay everyone equally. So everybody who was a part of the project, no matter how small, no matter how big their contribution was, they're all getting paid $1 for this. And I think that's rare in the music industry. Usually how it works is if you had a small contribution, obviously you get a lot less. And if you had a bigger contribution, you take a bigger part of the pie. But I'm just more of I want to make sure that everything is fair and even. So everybody who was a part of the project gets $1. The second biggest reason that I decided not to put RIP on the streaming services was control. Basically, when you are uploading songs to the DSPs or the streaming services, you don't really have a lot of control of who sees it, who hears it. I also have issues sometimes with certain distributors that I use where my album cover doesn't align. All the other artistic aspects that go along with the music just don't link up because they say I can't do something. And I think that's a very limiting way of me presenting my art. So with this particular project, I really wanted to make sure that I had all the capabilities to present the art the way I wanted to. The third reason I wanted to exclusively release it on my website was that this project was really meant to be consumed in its entirety, where if you was on a streaming service, you have the opportunity to add it to a playlist and all these other things, which takes away from the whole artistic vision me and the gang set out to put to the world. So when you go to my website, there's no other distractions. You just get to focus on this one EP. And that's partly why it's called Revolution in Progress, because we're trying to revolutionize the way music is heard, music is seen, and pretty much all the other avenues of how music is consumed. As of late, it's really been more of a playlist, throw this song out there type of situation, and this was my first time doing an EP. So I really wanted to make sure that when we put this out, that you were able to consume this as one body of work, from the music videos to the actual EP itself. The whole thing is just a revolutionary thought. I chose the name Revolution in Progress because I wanted to really represent several different revolutions. The first revolution that happened was that typically I do love sexy songs, and there's none of those on the EP. So that was a dramatic shift for me and a revolution as an artist. So I evolved through this process. The second revolution that came about was just the fact of me collaborating with other contributors of music. So basically, I'm usually sitting in this room working on songs, working by myself, but for this particular project, I really wanted to bring more of other people's thoughts and less of mine, so it'll be well-rounded and more grounded to earth than just the whole love sexy thing that I typically do. The majority of the people who worked on the project wasn't necessarily artists. The people who were doing backgrounds and stuff probably never recorded before, so that was a really cool experience to get them out their comfort zone. a lot of the people who contributed on this project also never did anything rock. They were more so like on the electronic side or the pop side or like the hip hop side. So this was their first time working on like a rock project. So it was really cool because we were able to incorporate so many different revolutions and progress. See, with RIP, it's just not music. It's a way of thinking. It's a way to break away from the chains of platforms, break away from the chains of playlists, break away from the chains of control, because every entity that we consume is controlled. And I'm trying to give my fans and listeners back control, where you can control, like, man, I'm finna listen to this whole thing in its entirety to really see what this artist is saying, because he put this playlist together in a way where I get this wave of emotions. I just wanted to come on here and just really explain what the revolution in progress is. Each and every one of the contributors truly appreciates your support, and I definitely appreciate your support. But I'm signing off. Thank you, and stay updated because I will be releasing a lot more of these. So, yeah, let's get personal.